that one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league. The run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Come on, stay.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Lance to throw it. That is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And here's Matt Ariza now. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Dolphins at 13-1 now on the year. And they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Waddle, the motion man, right. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
50-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft,
think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
In motion left goes Watson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. That is caught. Oh, some strong running. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a really nice run there to bring that 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Lance. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot. It's third down.
They got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That third down conversion good for 23.
First down, Cowboys.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by... going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he's his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
from the 42 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A-Chain on the counter, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. A-Chain here, they stay on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
This now a 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting and preparation and understanding what their team was capable of.
A good pickup there at 22. For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Come on, let's score! Let's make a play, come on! Got W, boys! Playing like you mean it!
A-Chain once more. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a toss right side, A-Chain. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
A-Chain will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this 1st quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Off the play fake, Prescott out to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. An inside give to Jones. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here. Brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Cowboys 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Shifts by him. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. That's out to Hill, right side complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run for it with A.J. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A-Chain on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Time to shine, defense. Time to shine. Get on it, oh! Look, right here, one time.
Prescott. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Prescott to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they're going to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Running right, here's H.A. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 70 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give up the middle to H.A. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Right back to H.A. on second down. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon H.A. on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Sanders on for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
What we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Keep it going. Yeah, boys. Can't wait to stop us. Get some momentum here. Here we go. Get through here, baby. Can't stop us. Just get it in the pocket. Come on, be patient.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throw left side to Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
That one complete to Hill. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
defense! Let's go, defense! Let's go, defense!
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Cowboys 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of his end zone, Prescott looking downfield for Pollard. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. H.A. now up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Down to about the 45. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Second down, Pollard again. The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here comes Berrios. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this drive will begin with a run from H.A. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. 171 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll run here with H.A. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon H.A. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Prescott. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. It's H.A. on the give. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon H.A. A 5-yard touchdown run. the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves it past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a nice gain there, as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just have those pass rushers that are fired up to get after him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Oh, they're changing this at the line. And on 4th down, on is the punt team, sending this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.